to my channel. It's me, Jasmine, the Buffet Witch, and welcome to a 2-in-1. This is a fighting the FOMO. We have Cximal lipsticks at home / giving lip swatches with buffet. Look, did you see how I just forgot what I was doing? Look, it's therapy. Welcome to the video, welcome to the channel. Let's get into it. I'm coming to you with a full face of makeup done. We've got a purple brow, we've got a warm brown brow. I'm feeling good, got long weaves. It's a good time, okay? I'm not gonna get into too much more gum flapping. I wanna get into these lipsticks. So, a while back, look, I'm not with the trends. I see something, I might come back to it, but for the most part, I just noticed a lot of people were doing content on the Cximal Satin lipsticks from NARS. Now, again, welcome to my channel where I don't do research. I should know a little bit about these lipsticks since I'm here talking about them, but that's not the meat and potatoes of the vid show, okay? But I did see a lot of people talking about these lipsticks, specifically the nude lipsticks or the more skin tone lipsticks. But I'm not quite sure what the hype is around them. I think the idea is that some of the colors are re-releases, like they used to be lip pencils and now they're lipsticks, and then some of the lipsticks are now lip pencils, things like this. They're working with some new formulas, this, that, the other. But yeah, I've been seeing a lot of people talking about these. I have duped out about 6 of the satin or the sleek satin lipsticks. Now, when I first did this video, because this is my 3rd or 4th time trying to record it because I just be indecisive, okay? I didn't know that there were different formulas because there seems to be, there's the satin shine or the sheer shine, but that's different. Oh, there's a silky matte Cximal lipstick and then the sleek satin lipsticks. I believe all of the colors, oh, no, those are just small. I believe all of the colors that I have duped out are going to be coming from the sleek satin lipstick collection. So I'm gonna go ahead and put up a screenshot of Ulta's website so you can see the colors that I have picked out. I'll pop on a little disclaimer of what the undertones are, but I just want to show you what the lipsticks are that I found in my collection. So the reason I did this is because, again, I was seeing a lot of content around them, a lot of hoopla, a lot of fanfare, and I didn't really understand what the point was. And, you know, for me, I'm like, well, let me see what I got first, right? And I'm only talking about me. I'm not really a MAC girl. I want to get there. I've decided that I am going to tiptoe over into the MAC tulips and see what they got over there. But for right now, when it comes to lip products, MAC is not the girl I go to. I've had a few in the past that I really love. Ruby Woo, okay, it's a staple. But I really didn't latch on to any one lip product from MAC with a passion. Especially once I came across the Juvia's Place lipsticks, MAC who, okay. So I just duped out 6 of them and I kind of went all over my collection, but Sheba or Juvia's Place is where I'm going to find a lot of my dupes. So without too much more fanfare, let's get into it. The first shade I decided to choose, and I did go through almost all of the Cximal lipsticks just to see what they had, because the idea for me is if I didn't have any lipsticks and I was shopping this line, what would I be interested in? So I just picked some colors that will kind of, you know, tickle my fancy, and here we are. So the first shade I picked is called Call It Cozy. If I remember offhand, it's supposed to be like a caramel color. Hop on a little bit of my lip balm. I am decluttering that paw sponge, that paw lip balm. It don't do nothing, y'all. It's just thick. It's not moisturizing. This is moisturizing, medicated, tingly, cooling, comforting. I love her, okay? I don't know why I be straying, so we just gonna stay with Miss Blistex because she does it. For its dupe, Call It Cozy is giving me Juvia's Place Nile. This is from the Nubian Earth collection. It is a beautiful, beautiful shade. I love this color. I just don't use it very often, and we gotta change that. So I am going to zhuzh these up the way I would wear a lipstick. So of course we are going to be using a liner of sorts. I'm going to use Sheba, okay, because I'm stuck in my ways. So it's my little nub Sheba. And I'm just gonna use her to line, because if I bought a shade this color like Nile, this is what I would do. Now, Nile also looks really good on her own, but a good brown liner is always going to be a win in my book. So this is Nile, which is my dupe to Call It Cozy. I really like that. It gives me butterscotch. I love butterscotch. My husband and I bonded over, like, you know, we bond over a lot of things, but we bonded over our joint love of butterscotch dilly bars. He doesn't like cherry and I don't like chocolate, but we love the butterscotch. And it's warm out now. We can go get some dilly bars, all right? And maybe I'll wear this lipstick whilst I go get some. But yeah, this is the shade Nile, and I think it's a really close dupe to the shade Call It Cozy. She's real cute, all right? Love her. And again, it just reminds me, why are you not using Nile more? She's gorgeous. Pull her out, play with her, talk to her. Have a good time. All right, moving on. Now, this one was so easy. I just was like, challenge yourself, Jasmine, do more. This one was so easy, and I'm really happy to find that I actually have about 3 to 4 variations of this shade, which is so awesome because I love this shade now. A deep, dark, blackened purple, one of my favorite shades. Now, I originally was going to choose my Nikki K lipstick in Coffee Bean, which is a really deep, beautiful purple. But I landed on using Milani's Rager to dupe the Cximal Sleek Satin Lipstick Cyber. Now, I know they've had Cyber. I don't know if it was in this formula, but Cyber is not a new lipstick, right? That's been around. Really dark purple. On the website, I hope you are seeing the swatches right now, the Cyber looks very different on different skin tones. So with that being said, I had like 4 different variations of Cyber that I could have chosen. But I wanted something that was going to be nice and deep on me. So I am pulling out the Milani Rager Matte Lipstick. These are called Stay Put Matte Lip Crayons. And this color is perfect. This is Rager if I've ever, Cyber if I've ever seen Cyber. I love this color. It has quickly become a favorite of mine. It will definitely be repurchased. It will be in the Hall of Buffet Fame, right next to Sheba in slot number 2, because it is just, got some tough cornflakes right there. It is just the most perfect dark purple. Honestly, when I first got it, I thought it was a dupe of Night Moth. And I don't think I think maybe I've had Night Moth once. I'm so tempted to buy Night Moth just so I can have the comparison. Night Moth, for those of you who don't know, is a very iconic dark lip liner from MAC. It was like literally the black girl savior to most of the lipsticks that, you know, typically would be a bit problematic on our skin. But that is the shade Rager. This is the shade Rager, but this is to dupe the shade Cyber. Absolutely beautiful. And it goes with my purple eyebrow, yes. I love this pencil so much. I'm so happy I picked it up. I will definitely be repurchasing her, okay? And I would wear this just like this. I would wear lightly lined and then a clear or pink gloss, or a purple gloss, a blue gloss, a brown gloss, any gloss really, and have a good time with this. I love this lipstick so much. And the fact that it's in a pencil, so easy to apply. I love it. All right, moving right along. The next shade, now we're getting back into those nudie shades. We're talking about the color Blankety. I went real easy like. that's like a nude shade. Again, I will have the descriptions of what they say these lipsticks are. And I just picked Peach Please. It's the peachiest lipstick I think I have, like in a bullet, I think. I'm not sure, but it was really close. So, on my skin tone, this is giving Blankety. I love this lipstick as well. As you see, she, like Sheba, is just a little nub. I really, really love this shade. It was my first updated like nude lip. It was the first one that I created on my YouTube channel where I was like, ooh, did I just do a nude lip on me? Until I figured that out. The only other nude lip that I had ever truly achieved, I don't remember what the liner was, if there was a liner, but it was ironically a Milani lipstick called Teddy Bear. And I'm so tempted to repurchase that just to see if it's close to Peach Please, because I feel like they'd be in the same vein, even though I think Teddy Bear might have a little bit more, it might be a little bit more neutral than this one. But this is the shade that I picked to dupe out the color Blankety. Oh, I didn't give you a swatch, but you know what Peach Please looks like. Peach Please right there, beautiful, gorgeous, gorgeous, love her. So that is what I'm using to dupe out the shade Blankety. Y'all, you know what lipstick texture I'm interested in trying now? I want to get some frost lipsticks. I saw some random thing on the YouTube shorts, and I was like, ooh, I do need me some frost lipsticks. Every time I say frost, I think of Blade. Frost! You know what I'm talking about? I love vampires. Anyways, moving on. The next shade, we're still in that really nude skin tone range. I wanted to challenge myself and see if I could dupe out Fleshpot, which is a long description of like nudie beige skin tone. And guess what? I got that. I duped it out with the liquid lipstick from Juvia's Place, the I Live, I Love collection. This was the Christmas collection in the shade Self Love. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna line our lips with Sheba because that's what we do here. All right. Now I love y'all because these Juvia's Place liquid lipsticks, they the real deal, okay? They go on, stay on, you going to sleep with them. They a little tough, but this is a really, really good color, okay? I've had it for a while. I wasn't really using it. I was like, ooh, is she too light? And then I realized, no such thing. No such thing. Now, this shade I also had a few different options with. We could have used Juvia's Place Nubian Sand from the Nubian Earth collection. I could have used, there is another lipstick I could have used. What was it? I had a few different dupes for this one, but this was the closest one because I wanted that peachy undertone, and I wanted it to stay like peachy beige, and not peachy pink. I have another liquid lipstick from Juvia's Place. I think it's called Shortbread, which is too pink. So this one stays quite beige, and I thought this would be a really good dupe. And of course, we did need to pair it with a liner so that she wasn't looking too concealer lip. And yeah. Just gonna smooth her out. And that is the color, or this is the lipstick I chose to dupe out Fleshpot. And we'll give you a swatch of Self Love on my hand here. All right. Now, like I said, I want to wear these. I want to present them to you the way I would wear them. So I would definitely put on a gloss with this. And my favorite gloss, definitely from Revolution, my Shimmer Bomb in Starlight will be perfect. Even though this does have like a pinkier undertone, I don't have a lot of like nude or like beige cream lip glosses. I might eventually, but the color in this is so gentle that it still works with this. And I mean, honestly, I could have just used a clear gloss and called it a day. But And this is pretty much a lip you've seen me do quite often, you know? So, but yeah, that is that. Let's move on to the last two. These two are so easy. They are one and dones. I don't need liners for them. And honestly, I did function off of, you know, if I didn't have any lipsticks, what colors I would gravitate towards. And these are all shades that, like, if I was starting my lipstick collection, these are the colors I would choose. Now, the reason why I was like, oh, this is definitely a duping situation, because I would never buy these, is that these lipsticks are $25 a pop. $25 a pop. Did you hear me? Did you hear the pop? $25 per lipstick, okay? No, because I know me, and me is not gonna walk out of a store with one lipstick. With, you know, ridiculous. So I definitely had to dupe it. And these are just the colors that I would start a collection with. So the last two shades that I picked, one, Film Noir. I feel like this one is a old lipstick. It's been around for a while. The name sounds very familiar to me, even to not really be a MAC head, you know. I know that shade, I know that name. So for me, look, Film Noir is supposed to be a dark, cool brown, I believe it is. It doesn't actually look cool to me, but then again, I don't know, maybe I'm seeing it differently. It's sometimes hard to really tell the colors and the undertones on the swatches that like companies put up, because sometimes they're messing with the saturation and then the skin tones that they're swatching it on. So to me, that actually looks a little bit like, I mean, it's cooler than most browns, but it still looks a little warm to me. But you already know what's going on the lips. Sheba, a neutral brown, okay? But still, it's not warm, so she can dance with the neutral and the cool. Sheba's always gonna be that girl for me, okay? I love this lipstick with everything in me. She is beautiful, she is perfect. She is the queen of the jungle, okay? I love this color. I loved it from the first moment I bought it. I was like, yeah. I do have Cocoa from Juvia's Place, but I knew that they were different. I knew that they were both necessary, and I knew she was going to be a winner. So this is the shade that I'm used to dupe out Film Noir. You already know what Sheba looks like. We live, we die, we breathe by Sheba here on my channel. She is the queen of all of my lipsticks. If I lost every single lipstick, if every single lipstick was expired or melted, she is the first one that I would repurchase. All the other ones, whatever, we can figure that out. But Sheba, she gonna be here, okay? So that's gonna be my dupe for Film Noir, because she's perfect, okay? The last shade I would have picked up if I were buying these Cximal lipsticks, is Left on Red. You gotta do a red, okay? I gotta do a red. And I also had plenty of dupes for this, okay? Plenty of dupes. And honestly, I feel like I should have gone in more depth and talked about the different dupes, given you options and the such. But although I have a large amount of lipsticks, I wouldn't actually say I have a very diverse selection. It's a lot of Juvia's Place. It's a lot of Nikki K. It's a lot of I'll get one brand, like I have the Kaleidos, but I have 12 Kaleidos lipsticks. You know what I mean? It's not like I have a Kaleidos, I have a this, I have a that, I have a this. So I do have a lot of options, but like within the same brand, you know what I mean? So I just decided to pick these and call it a day. But for Left on Red, I'm gonna pull out LA Colors Scarlett. This is one of the High Shine Shea Butter lip glosses. Very pigmented, very beautiful. I love this. I have two of these, and they are very close to some Juvia's Place glosses that I have as well. But I like this one to dupe Left on Red, because she's also going to give you some shine. And I mean, for a gloss, do you see this opacity? Like completely pigmented. I love the applicator. That was so easy. And that is my dupe for Left on Red. I love the idea of duping out products, especially because I sometimes forget the gems that are in my collection. This is not new. I'm not saying anything new. I think a lot of us do this. But it really just goes to show me that, and I only speak for myself here, this is why I have my Fighting the FOMO series. Because if I just slow down for 2 seconds and not get caught up in the hype of these new Maximal sleek lipsticks, I realize that I've made some really good choices when it comes to buying the items that I have, and they will continue to prove their worth if I just remember to look at them. Because the new name, the idea that, oh, some of these shades used to only be liners and now they're lipsticks, and some of these only used to be lipsticks and now they're liners. That's cool, but do I really need them? Do I really need them? And I even do this with Juvia's Place. Like, let's say Juvia's Place came out with a new lipstick collection. Would I be tempted? Oh, hell yes. Yes, Juvia's Place is my favorite brand. I would be very, very tempted. But I would still comb through what I got and be like, look, I love you, Juvia's, but I'm not about to have too many dupes of all the things, especially given I have so many reds. I got so many purples. I got 2 good browns. I got some of your nudes. I got a really good little color wheel going. And my Fighting the FOMO series just helps me to stay watching, to really read the fine print with a magnifying glass before I just bring in more lipsticks. Because like I said, I was seeing this everywhere. Everybody was swatching them, everyone was talking about them, and I was very, very tempted to be like, well, let me, go over there, see what they got, and pick up a few little things or whatever. And I'm just like, no. First, just pretend you were shopping. What would you pick? And now see what you got in your collection. And these are just some of the colors that I chose that I would be interested in if I was interested. And I'm really happy to find that I have these great dupes. And now when I think about the Maximal lipsticks, I can pull these out and pretend that I have them. Because if I hadn't told you that these weren't what they are, you wouldn't know what they are, right? Right. Okay. But thank you guys for coming to my channel. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm so happy I don't have this lipstick all over my teeth. They be traveling sometimes. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're taking good care of yourself. I'm just having a little mommy free time because my son is now in his 3K class, and the days that he goes to school, he also stays with his grandmother. So I'm pretty much child free from morning till night until I go to work. I'm a 3rd shifter. And while it is giving me a lot of anxiety and stress and I don't know what to do with myself, it also feels really good to just sit here and be myself for 5 seconds. So, makeups. I'm thinking I'm gonna make this a thing. But yes, guys, thank you so much for tuning into my channel. It's been me, Jasmine, the Buffet Witch, and you already know that because I just talked your little faces off. Take care of yourself, exfoliate your lips, get rid of them cornflakes, girl. Okay, get yourself some bliss sticks, all right, for after the cornflake removal process. I will see you in the next video, which will be very, very soon. But until then, guys, take such good care of yourself. Drink your vitamins. Drink your vitamins. Drink your water. Take your vitamins. Slow down. That was all for me, okay? I'll see you in the next video, which will be very, very soon. Until then, guys, bye. That's a really pretty purple card. Look, just a squirrel. Okay, bye.